Tell us about some of the worst examples of hate speech here in Slovenia.
Yeah, well, how explicit can I be? These are all by former government or their supporters, not anonymous trolls.
We had an authoritarian government. Most of the hate which ex-Prime Minister brought into the country was online.
Hate speech concentrated on sexism, racism against immigrants.
Jews, Muslims, black people.
Women, especially independent women.
Logika Janeza Janše. We decided to speak up, and in that moment we became victim. One guy was standing outside, and when he recognized me, he had a feeling that he can do anything to me.
You invent the enemy, you describe the enemy, and then you develop a collective psychosis. This new, totally abnormal normality is the real danger.
My name is Nika, and I am a director of an organization called Institute 8 of March. We are a movement. We are giving the voice to the people who are usually not heard. We don't want positions in the government. We don't want fancy jobs. We are a group of young women, and what we want is change in the society. Dobro jutro. So these are the tweets from ex-Prime Minister about me. Just some of the tweets. Janez Janša tweeted yesterday a tweet which is basically like saying let's burn the activists of Nika Kovač and then names of some other activists. This one is from one journalist saying that I'm mentally ill. This one is basically saying that someone is preparing a gun to shoot all our activists. There is more and more tweets which are saying that I'm a bad woman because I don't have kids yet. What the f*** je Janša retweetal? Pač to mojo obleko je na... Ja. Ena, dva, tri, štiri. Ja. Štirikrat je tweetal v moji obleki. I paid like around 200 for it. Even if I paid like firstly, but secondly, like they're using it to show that like I don't work and that I'm lazy and like part of the elite. You feel hopeless, you feel powerless. You can change the laws, you can change the structure, but you also need an immediate response to that kind of behavior.
Napadajo neko konkretno osebo ali pa skupino posameznikov, recimo bi vsi dobili obvestilo in se aktivirali, vsi mi bi se aktivirali, ne? Komentirali in delili ljubezen pod objavo te osebe, ki je bila napadena. Si želeli, da bi vsi, ki smo zdaj tukaj v tem prostoru, v bistvu vzeli svoje telefone in stestirali, kako bo to izgledalo v praksi. 3, 4, zdaj. Deset zlobnih komentarjev, mi hočemo, da je nas več in da enostavno postanejo nevidni.
Imamo 30, 40, ki bojo del te naše ekipe, ki bojo se vedno oglasili takrat, kadar bo nek politik nekoga napadel, potem v bistvu lahko nekaj lepega skupaj spremenimo in nekaj naredimo. kampanji Samo ljubezen. V Velenju se bomo ustavili in delili rože ljudem, delili letake ljudem.
Delimo ljubezen po spletu in pač, kako bi rekla, utapljamo hudobijo od trolov z ljubeznijo, z mucki, kučki in samorobci.
Na letakih imate to QR kodo in klikne se 8. marec in gre direkt na tole in tele lahko postane del ekipe.
I really want to invite people to join like the campaign. I don't have a feeling that it's becoming a movement yet, that people basically are really excited about it. So I think we have quite a lot of work to do. I am a little bit nervous because today this meeting is the first time that we will try to sit across the table with someone who is like a minister and try to just explain to them what we believe and what is wrong.
Zelo hiter pregled. Včeraj, ko smo si vzeli, zelo hitro dobiš grozljive rezultate. Tanja pa lahko več o komentarjih poveš.
Recimo, mogoče katero jezik tepe, to je, ker se mešajo kulture, bati ne dobiš, če ne ubogaš.
Pač tudi par predlogov, kaj bi se še dodatno lahko naredili oziroma kar vidimo kot neke manjke, to ima pa Zlatka.
Sistem prijavljanja teh komentarjev, da bi bil eden od pogojev sploh za sofinanciranje teh medijev. Tudi tam bili različni pogoji, ki bi v bistvu njih zavezovali pred tem, da bi oni za svojo vsebino.
Dali smo kar en par takih dosti jasnih poudarkov, ki pa so mehkejši, recimo na pravosodju so pa izrazito nenaklonjeni kakšni strožji regulativi, zaradi tega, ker tukaj takoj vidijo potencialno cenzuro.
It's disappointing when you feel like you've managed to get access to the place where change is supposed to be made, but the reality isn't as simple. Where do you go from there?
There is no simple solution. It's a thing that needs to be discussed both at the level of Slovenian media, of multinational corporations, platforms such as Twitter and Facebook, as well as discussions within the society. Why hate speech as such is unacceptable, why it's extremely dangerous.
I was attacked on one of the main streets in Ljubljana. The guy just pushed me really hard and he was screaming, "I will kill your dog." You just need to be quiet. And I thought at that moment that I will just forget about it. But every single hate comment is making that attack more strong and more serious.
You look rich.
Okay, so. Yeah, this is the dress that former Prime Minister did it with. Okay. Lasciamo per sam spredere.
Cuckoo. Okay, dobre.
We posted this 4 minutes ago. And in 4 minutes, we already got 31 likes and 3 shares. So he did a good commercial for our campaign.
I don't think that it went wrong in Slovenia. I think it's a global issue, but what we can do, we can solve it in our community. And this is what we are doing.
Hate speech has come to the point in which it's considered official, it's considered permissive, it's considered normal. So let's try to go back and to teach people how to express themselves and what is good and what is bad.
We need to have an organized army of kindness, organized army of people who are really determined to bring back solidarity and hope into the public discourse.